Alrighty, how's it going, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how I spool my spinning reels. So I've just bought this Silstar Altair reel earlier. It's a 4000 size reel. Today I'll be spooling it with some 8 carrier braid by Suffix. This one here is an 8 strand braid. It is 30 pounds of line. There's about 270 meters or 300 yards at a diameter of 0.285 millimeters. So I'll be spooling this braided line onto my spinning fishing reel, and I'll show you how I do that. So some of the things you need is obviously a reel, your braided main line, and something to back the line on with. Okay, you can use fluoro, or oftentimes people will just use inexpensive monofilament, and you'll also need a very handy pen, and I'll show you what this does in a moment, and of course some scissors, so some braided scissors. So what you want to do first and foremost, and just to make life easier, is just want to take off the drag dial, the drag knob, pull that off your reel, set that aside, pull the spool off, and of course just set your reel aside for now. And the first things first, we want to add a little bit of backing onto the spool first, and this gives your braided line something to grab onto. Even if your reel is braid ready, I would still recommend putting some backing on, and that way you know your braid's just not going to start slipping under load. So what you want to do is you want to grab your backing, and in this case I'm using a little bit of monoline. Just feed that off the spool a little bit. From here you want to feed that into the eye of your rod, just like so, from top to bottom. And then just to get it started, you want to create an arbor knot. Okay, there are other knots you can use, but I like using the arbor knot because it is simple. So essentially what you're doing is you're just going around your reel with one line like that, tying a simple overhand knot. Okay. One simple overhand knot. Tighten that down like so. And then on the tag end, you want to take and tie another loop as well, just another overhand knot. So this loop is going to be your locking knot, and I'll show you how that works in a moment. So that's your setup there. And to make it work, you just simply put that loop back around your spool, and then as you pull the line, the locking nut will slip down until it hits the other knot, cinching it down for you. So you can just pull that tight, and this knot should be coming down a little bit, like so. And then you've got your other knot nicely tied, and the other knot will lock it so it stops it from slipping. And just trim off the excess line, excess tag line, as close as you can. From here you just simply put the spool back onto the reel. Actually open up your bail arm first and then put the spool onto the reel, because that's going to make life easier for you. Put the drag knob back on, drag dial rather, and just go ahead and give it a bit of tension. You want to always spool your lines with tension. Close the bail arm, and then you simply put that into the rod, tighten off the reel seat, Make sure that's nice and tight. And then from here, you're stuck in this situation, you're left in this situation. Okay, just put this down, and you want to go ahead and grab your pen, slide that into your spool like this. Okay, and this is where it gets interesting. You're going to take the assembly here, you want to feed it underneath both your feet, and then you're going to use that as a tensioner. So I'll take the camera and I'll spin that around and I'll show you what that looks like. With a different angle here, you're just going to go ahead and pick up the reel of line. You're going to feed that through and put that underneath your feet like this. So both feet either side, applying tension, and then you're just simply going to ensure you have enough drag on this line, and then just simply wind off. Now you just want to put enough on there for there to be a decent amount of backing. So I'll just go ahead and have a look, probably a little bit more, and that should be perfect. So now I have that spooled onto my reel, and what you want to do from here is simply cut off the line. So that makes our backing, right? Spooled on here, the backing's ready to go, and from here you want to do a line to line knot. Okay, so you're going to attach your backing line to your braided main line, and the way we do that is by simply tying a double uni knot. So it's nice and easy. I'll try to bring that around so you can see. Okay, from here you want to do a line to line knot. So pull off a little bit of line. Here's our backing line. This is the braid. So you just overlap the braid onto the backing line. Just want to do a uni knot here. So one loop, just through the loop, over the main line and the braid, and just feed it through multiple times. 2, 3, probably just go with 3 or 4, should be plenty. And that's the first loop. You tie that together by pulling on that line. Okay, and then you want to grab your backing line and do exactly the same. So you want to loop and then just go through a few times. So we'll just go through I reckon 4 times through the loop. Pull that nice and tight. Lubricate the line, and then from here you just simply pull the backing line and your braided line until the 2 knots touch each other and cinch down, and that is your double uni done. Make sure that's nice and tight by pulling on both ends, and then you trim off your excess. Just observe the loops, make sure that they're nice and that you're happy with them. Trim off the excess lines. In this case, I trim off both of these tag ends, the backing line's tag end and the braided tag end. Make sure you use braid scissors because that will make life easier. And now we have a line to line knot, nicely cinched. And you just repeat that same process. You simply pull the pen back out, feed it into your reel. So in this case, I'll just pop it right through, and you have a reel holder. Now the final step is simply making sure that your line is spooled on. So exact same procedure. you've got that pen in the spindle. You put that underneath both feet and claw your feet down and applying tension to keep that in the center. Make sure your drag is nice and tight. And you just simply use your reel as it should be and just start reeling it in. Looking good so far. Okay, and I am all done. Probably don't want to put too much more than that. Probably looks good to me, I think. So there you have it, guys. That's an easy way to spool your braid. And I'll just show you the feet positioning as well. So you just simply put that pen through this reel and then just have it under your feet and just claw grip that down. So both your feet apply tension to both sides and you can spool it with tension without using too many tools. And that's how you spool a spinning reel using your feet and a pen. And that's it. I hope you guys got a lot out of this, and I hope it helps you spool up your spinning reels without having to spend too much money buying special tools. I'll catch you guys on the next time. And if you liked that video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.